Hello all and welcome back to episode 5 of my Road to Gold Top series in Ftooz Unleashed. Very happy to report I got a new Xbox account and managed to carry over the career. So the actual clips haven't corrupted for this video. I've done pre-recorded 5 or 6 episodes on, and well, I didn't pre-record, but I recorded 5 or 6 races. No videos have corrupted, nothing's like broken, so luckily and hopefully we can, as long as I keep the thingy clean, like the network, Xbox network not full, hopefully this series can return as a normal. Hopefully as well I won't have any more issues missing races through not having the footage. But anyway, today we'll be tackling 3 races. 2 of them are big championship races. The first one, the Dutch Open Championship final. So yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So the Dutch Open Championship, the first race of today's episode. First race for me at Red Top, obviously doesn't actually affect this race too much. Starting second row inside, and it's raining, but hopefully over these next 20 laps or so we can push forward and get them 2 ahead of us to win. Lewis Willisey on pole, Luke Wrench second, others obviously 2 and 4, third, fourth, I don't know who that is, I'm pretty sure it's Charlie Ginchard in the 183 car. There's the green flags drop and away we go at a very reduced pace. So it was 3:07 to a white top there. First corner we land on the back of 144, not much doing though, and Mickey Brennan and 1818 Richard Howarth gets past us. So we drop down to 4th or 5th, I think 5th place after the first corner. We land back on 818, pushing us both wide, and through now goes Stephen. We're going in 674, and we are over the bumps on the outside. So 6th place going into the corner, Harley Fracker and everybody now pushing their way through. Billy Webster knocks me off and I headbutt a rumble strip, nearly rolled over by everybody else. So down and miles out, absolute chaos has erupted. 533 Johnny Egg in the way there. 647 now Chris, we're going world champion, not having the best of starts. Yellow flags come out, so we race to the line. So the yellow flags have come out in only in lap 2 out of 20 here for 881, I think that is. So 881 the yellow top out of this one, and we now wait for the restart to begin. So chaotic first lap is probably the best way of describing that. Unfortunate for us to be pushed all the way down here, but we're certainly not the only ones that have lost time on that first lap. 818 Richard Howarth, you can see, dead ahead of us, so he must have had a tangle up coming through 3 and 4. As we wait, Gordon Moody behind us, so we got the British champion sat right on our tail. As the green flag drops once more, Luke Wrench still leads. Can he run away? Gordon Moody pushing us over the rumble strips, and we bounce out onto the outer circuit. Gordon Moody followed us wide as well. Chris Burgoyne having a tangle up in the background, but we managed to get across the nose in P15, looking to move forward now. We've got plenty of time to do it. 22, the yellow top, not sure on his name, can't quite remember. Just in front, he runs wide, and we now sneak down the inside, but it's not quite going to be enough coming on the exit as they get back ahead. 15th into the corner. Can we really need to look trying to move up to 14th, because red top trying to move, we need to move forward. Gordon Moody now sat in behind us, so the British champion, we slide one down the inside, but yet again 22 with the better run on the exit, and we just frustratingly stuck. We absolutely send on that time, gain 1, 2, 3 places, but lose one to Gordon Moody before he gets fired over the grass and outside markings of the track. 22 coming back at us, so this yellow top really causing us headaches. Chris Burgoyne now firing through and over onto the outside track. Up to P12 though, on lap 6 we fly down the inside. 647 out wide, trying to get around the outside of 183 he was. So Ginchard and Burgoyne fighting it out. We are trying to get involved. 818 having none of it though, and dives down the inside, and not one but by 2 cars there. So 818 gains time. 307 reovers takes me, so I dropped 2 places on that lap, but instantly moving back up into 13th, and now trying to catch up with these Reds and Superstars up the road. 180 Courtney Witt in that pack as well. She gets moved to the outside and drops to the back of the pack, so we are now looking to really close in. 12 laps left to go, but all three run wide, and we move nearly beautifully, but we get tapped and into a spin we go. I think Chris Burgoyne tapped us and we span it around. We spin back the right way, get clouted by Johnny Egg as he nearly spins us off again, and we now get clouted by White Top. Time lost is massive, and we go down the home straight once more. Lap 9 out of 20 now, P17. Not a great race so far, but plenty of time still to change it. It'll be halfway this time by for us. Already is halfway for the leaders. They haven't quite lapped me, but I don't think they're far off of it. Johnny Egg puts us sideways and we lose another 2 places. Dave Polly there is the leader, so we are now officially lapped. So a lap down in this race at the halfway mark. We really could do with some luck. As we go round the outside once more, Dave Polly, although he is leading the race, I'm desperately trying to stay ahead of him in case there is a yellows, because then obviously if a yellows come out, we can very easily move back up to the back of the pack and not get held up a lap down. But now we dispatch a Dave Polly just as Mickey Brennan comes through. So Mickey Brennan coming through and ruining our hopes and dreams at the moment. We fly into the next corner, not into his rear end, just trying to size him up for a move that doesn't take him out but helps us get through. Down the home straight once more, lap 13 for your leaders, lap 12 for us, so 7 laps left to go for the lead of this race, and at the moment Mickey Brennan looking good to take it. We shoot down the back straight once more into turn 3 and 4, still not really able to close in on Mickey Brennan, nor are we able to close in on anybody else. Jordan Fracker back with a nice send-on. I realised there Jordan Fracker's going to bring out a yellows, and Mickey Brennan being the leader means I've got to be ahead of him if I want any chance of still being able to salvage anything from this race. So we make a daring move down the inside of the race leader to unlap ourselves, and sure enough we go across the line, 6 laps to run, and a yellow flag comes out. So there's going to be a 4 or 5 lap dash to the end to decide who will become the Dutch Open champion. We've still got a whole nother lap of racing till the yellows actually affect us. We gain 1 more place before the line, so up in 15th. Doesn't count as me being out here with after the flag. Obviously if we'd have done that while it's still green, we would have been out of this race, but luckily for us we did it just after the yellows were called, so we can continue on from P15. P15 on the grid. It's going to be a 4-lap dash once we go green. So we wait for the yellows to come out and we begin rolling round a long train ahead to try to overtake. Green flag's probably going to come halfway down the back straight. Sure enough, it comes very early. All the cars move to the wide to try to get a better run, but we slip one down the inside of 3, 4, maybe even 5 or 6 cars there. I'm not sure on exactly the number, but up to 12th already. So a great restart with 4 laps left to go. We dive down the inside of Gordon Moody, trying to get up into 11th. Just about unable to do it, and Gordon Moody closes the door on us. Chris Burgoyne just up the road as well. I think one of them, 307 I think is a lap down, but Johnny Egg might genuinely be before position, so maybe up into the fringes of the top 10 just for now. Definitely into the top 10 as Lewis Willisey comes across and side swipes us. Jack Issett not really having anywhere left to go, and we lose out in the end to Lewis Willisey, but do ultimately gain out of that incident. Down the home straight, 2 laps to go into P9. Harley Fracker looking to make amends and move up the order. A White Top spinning off with Charlie Tomlin on the outside, so another position getting up to P8 or 7 I think, as we go flying in toward the final lap of this race. I think this really is the max we can get out of it unless kerfuffles up in front result in a car dropping back towards us. P8, however, very much happy with that, considering the earlier incidences and how this race as a whole has gone. Don't know who it is, but they win. So the leader's already gone across the line. I think it's Mickey Brennan, but I might be wrong, so don't quote me on it. We come across the line for P8, so 8th in the running after a very, very poor beginning and the start half of that race, dropping all the way down to 17th to 18th I think at some points. So it may not be a win, but I'm certainly more than happy with that. Luke Wrench in 560 is who wins it in the end. Mickey Brennan in 968 gets 2nd. 3rd, Billy Webster. 4th, 183, Charlie Ginchard. 5th, 674 Stephen Burgoyne, followed by his brother 647 Chris Burgoyne, 818 Richard Howarth, 214 obviously in 8th, 9th Lewis Willissey in the 144, 10th is 129 Charlie Tomlin, 992 Harley Burns, 9 Harley Faker, 323 Alex Potts, 180 Courtney Witts, and 7 Gordon Moody rounds out your top 15. So we move on then, back in the menus for round 5 of the National Series. So we're moving towards halfway through the series, season and championship. The track is Bradford, and we're currently 14th in the national points, so hopefully we can move our way up to the national points game, qualifies the grid for the World Final later on in the year. First race from Red Ray, so really needing to try to move forward. So we have that happen before the yellow flag come out. Very nice new player online car. So we wait for the green.
We are green and go on the National Series round.
Racing, sorry about that. I nearly choked on my own slide, but we go across the line onto the first lap. Immediately 144 crashes into the mark side. Try and get our way out. Unable to do it there. 140 side by quarter. And we Harley Burns in 992. So we all started on the floor. Moving up nicely actually, very nicely through the main. fourth, I'm imagining, is 171 Thomas Dunn. But all in all, a great race and really helpful in terms of trying to move us up the order in the National Points Championship. We'll see that obviously in a minute. We'll see the points. In fact, we'll see it right now. So Gordon really did win it. Mickey Brennan in 968 did get second. Third, of course, is fourth is 171 Thomas Dunn. Fifth, 17 Paul Reed. That's your top five. And at the moment, we move up to 12th in the national points. Harley Burns still leads though. 180 Courtney Witt, so a yellow top in second. 183 Charlie Ginchard. 560 Luke Wrench and 17 Paul Reed are your top five in the National Points Series rounds in round 5 of 12. We move on now to the final race of today's episode, the European Championship. Random grid for the final. Well, you'll get thrown straight into the final, so a randomised grid. Hopefully it does us kind. We'll find where we start in a minute. Don't see us there. In fact, yes I do. 4th row outside. So not too bad of a starting position, as once again it is raining. I think that's 144 Lewis Willity on pole outside. Not sure who's on pole. Thomas Dunn and Stephen Burgoyne second row. As the green flag's going to drop any minute now. Charlie Ginchard, defending champion. 1 row behind us. The green flag goes down now. And we go charging. The charge is on into turn 1. Big bump shots go in. We get moved wide and stuck on the back of 881. Charlie Ginchard though, what a start. The 183 machine moves from about 849 from the grid all the way up to the lead, does he? Well, he certainly has now, with Harley Thacker in second. We get bullied out wide once more, down the home straight after one lap. Harley Burns puts us nearly in the fence. We collect 180 and get fired in. Gordon Moody though, the British champion round. So the British champions out of this one. As we go back down into turn 3 and 4, we get fired in, and massive push now as we try to get round, and the white top holding us up. Not his fault, but just unlucky there that we get held up, and we once more get pushed wide towards the fence and held up by a slow rejoining car. So down, all the way down to P20, and when you look across the left, Charlie Ginchard, you can't quite see it, but I can confirm it is Charlie Ginchard leading the way. So the reigning champion looking very likely at said moment to hold on to his title and keep that red and yellow checkered roof for another season. We get span across the front of nearly everybody. Managed just about to hold on before getting fired in deep once more. Down the home straight though we go on to lap 4 out of 20 in P9. So at the moment sitting about, well, top end of mid-pack sort of thing. As we go back down the back straight, Harley Burns come across the front of us, and we get fired in once more. Yet again, Billy Webster spinning and holding us up as we try to push our way through. As we go now quarter of the way through the race already. Into the corner though, still in P9. So now we actually get a little bit of a breather, as I think that was Harley Burns out wide towards the fence. So maybe now we can start to look and push towards the top 5 sort of positions. We go down the back straight onto lap 6. You look across, it's still Charlie Ginchard then who leads this race. We move up to P7, I think that is. But yeah, Charlie Ginchard leading the race and just running away from everybody else at this moment in time. Lap 7 coming up for us. Already on it is Charlie Ginchard, and already pretty much half done it. He's that far ahead. 2 more places needed for us to get a top 5, so I think it's got to be our aim for this sort of point in the race. I think that's 5.33 it is. So Johnny A getting held up a little bit through there, and we slide neatly down the inside. We do clip the wall on the exit, and Johnny A does get us back. I thought that was Charlie Ginchard. It's not. It's Chris Burgoyne, so world champion now, sat right in behind us. We get understeer on the exit, and Burgoyne, goes through. Still Johnny A holding us up. Luke Wrench, now the national points champion, also gets through. So now coming round towards lap 9, Luke Wrench bounces up. We bounce up on 2 wheels. Both of us nearly out if we got just a little bit more upwards and sideways force there, but we managed to both survive and carry on. We go charging down the back straight and into 3 and 4. Chris Burgoyne just running away a little bit from us now, not quite having the pace to compete with him as we go at the halfway mark. So the Union Jack is out as we ride through 1 and 2 and down the back straight, not much really happening at this stage in the race. Just trying to catch up with the cars ahead. Well, it's not getting caught by the cars behind lap 11, so 9 laps to go still. Plenty of time for anything to change. I think I'm going to be quiet for a bit because literally nothing's going to happen. We just are in no man's land. I think we're getting caught though a little bit by the superstars behind. Not sure who it is, whether it is Dave Polly. It might be Polly and Wrench. No, it's just Wrench. I thought I saw a World of Shale car, but no, indeed, it's just the national points of Luke Wrench. So with 8 laps to go, I think our new goal's got to be trying to get away from Wrenchy boy. Obviously, IRL current world champion due to the chaos that was the 2024 World Championship in the Brisca Formula 2s, but here, still only national points, and the world champion currently in game, moving up a position, so Chris Burgoyne up to P6, I think, or it might even be P5, and we're in P7. I don't know, we'll find out now. It is indeed P5, so Chris Burgoyne in P5 gets past Charlie Tomlin. 5 laps to go for your race leader. So Charlie Ginchard's still miles out, and it wouldn't surprise me if you start seeing him closing behind, because I'm pretty sure he does. Now we get the 5 laps to go, Bud. I'm looking across the infield, can't quite see Ginchard, so I don't know if he's had a hold up or he's just so far ahead that he's already past our line of sight across the infield. It's going to be 4 laps to go though. So 4 laps to go for him and 4 laps to go for us now as we go back down the home straight, trying to catch Charlie Tomlin. So maybe still a taste of getting a top 5 in this race if Chris Burgoyne can catch 5th and have a bit of fourth, and have an incident. That would be lovely. In fact, as I say that, it's happened. I don't know if Jordan Fracker's actually 4th position, but if he is, we're certainly in with a shot of getting top 5. 3 laps to go. 2 cars run wide. Charlie Tomlin and Jordan Fracker. We move nicely up 2 positions. So too does 560 of Luke Wrench. I'm pretty sure it was 2 positions. Obviously, may only be 1. I'm not too sure. We're going across the line. P5, so no, both of them 4 position.
2 laps to go.
So up into the top 5 with only 2 laps left to run. Charlie Ginchard, on the other hand, is on his final lap now. I think behind me is still Luke Wrench, so he still can't focus solely on forward, but I'm pretty sure we'll be attempting to down the inside of a yellow top. Lucky bounce for us, not so lucky for the yellow top on the final lap, as Charlie Ginchard wins the European Championship to defend it. Cruizo flying in on Chris Burgoyne. We actually missed completely and go to the fence, but on the exit, Thomas Dunn and Luke Wrench do get it. So 4th, we miss out on a podium by the smallest of margins, as Luke Wrench just bided his time as we all went flying in on the final corner, and he came through for 3rd, but 4th place in the European Championship. Nothing to be scoffed at. As you see, 183, Charlie Ginchard wins it. Number 2, second place, 38, Dave Polly. 560, Luke Wrench in 3rd. Us in 4th, 647, Chris Burgoyne. 818, Richard Howarth, so he lost 3 or 4 places on that final corner. 7th is number 7, Gordon Moody, before 129, Charlie Tomlin, and 324, Jordan Fracker. Mickey Brennan, 968, rounds out your top 10, and 922, Harley Burns, 674, Stephen Burgoyne, 144, Lewis Willissey, 9, Harley Fracker, and 533, Johnny Egg, round out your top 15 runners. So that's it for episode number 5. I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everybody who stayed on watching. I'm so glad that now we can officially continue this series without worry that there's going to be a corrupted game or it's not going to record. Obviously, will be round 6 out of 12 of the National Series round on the next one, and another grading period after race 1. We'll tackle World of Shale heats, but not get the final done, and then the episode after that will probably be the World of Shale final and the first heat of the English Championship. And there's not many more races till we're at the National Series finale and the World final. So see you in the next one, and peace.